Okay, and we are live on Facebook. I'm going to give it 2 or 3 minutes to let people come in and for it to kind of show up on people's timelines. And then we'll start. And I'll let you know before we start. But we are live again on Facebook. Um, let me- give it 1 more minute and then we'll start.
Okay.
Okay. So we can go ahead and go. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Adriana Stewart, and I'm currently a junior political science and sports medicine double major studying at Howard University, and I have the pleasure of serving as PawPAC's social media intern. PawPAC is continuing our interview series with our endorsed candidates so that you all can get to know them. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing District 3 candidate for Justice of the Peace, Lupe Martinez. Lupe, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
So we're going to hop right into the questions. Something we'd like to start off with all of our candidates. You know, we know you're running for Justice of the Peace for the third district, but can you tell us who you are outside of politics?
Okay. Well, before running for office, I've worn a lot of hats. My background basically is in accounting and pretty much anything having to do with accounts payable, accounts receivable, that sort of thing. But coming to Arkansas, my passion became being a chaplain. So I've done hospital chaplaincy for 5 years, and I've really enjoyed that. And I'm hoping this year and next year that I can be board certified and continue with that. I've learned a lot of really good listening skills, and it's just a lot of really good ways to connect with people. I'm an amateur photographer, and I've got good equipment, but for these days, I'm using the phone and then editing it and making it pretty and putting and posting it online. I do have a passion for animals, and I think if I didn't have to work, I would probably be spending time at a shelter helping out. And the other thing I guess I do, I meet a lot of new people. It doesn't matter what religion they are, what they believe in, or even what political party they belong to. I can make friends really easily, and we can find common ground. But I also enjoy cooking. That's my fun thing, and just trying new recipes and just sharing them. And for me, that's fun. That's being creative, and also if it tastes good, it's even better. So, yeah.
Without a doubt, you mentioned you're a part of many different things. You've done a lot of things. So, what made you decide you wanted to run for Justice of the Peace for the third district?
Okay. Well, the local party in Benton County has really been very encouraging to a lot of people and also a lot of women. So before 2016, I was looking at one or two offices and just felt like maybe I wasn't really ready for it. But after 2016, I started looking around and started seeing what's available, what can I do. And I started attending the quorum court meetings and the other meetings that they have at least 3 times a month in as a participant and just watching what they do, what they say, what the issues are. And after about maybe 6 months, then I felt like I had a better grasp what's happening. And I felt like I had questions. If if I was there, I would be asking this. I would be just really participating more. And I thought, okay, that's for me. That's the clue that okay, this is something I can do. And so I didn't need a lot of urging. I did not, they didn't have to just grab me and put me in. But I have gotten a lot of support, from the PACs. There are several PACs here, and from the party. And also, one of the gals, she's really good at giving us some of the resources, and we have some really good professionals out there that are helping out. So I don't feel alone. And if I get a little scared, then someone shows me how to do something, and like the gal from VAM, she's amazing, and just get really good support. So it could be overwhelming, but it feels like okay, I'll do the best I can, and just bring in some people that are friends of mine and that care about me and want to help, and we'll do the best we can and go from there.
That's amazing. It's good to hear that it didn't take much for you to decide, yeah, it's time for me to run. Because we do need more women in office, especially women who are pushing for agendas that help their community, and just work to make it a lot better. And so one of your platform initiatives is Alternatives to Jail Expansion. Can you speak to how you plan to tackle this issue within your community?
Okay. Well, the reason that grabbed me was I was seeing that the sheriff's department was constantly asking for more money, like every few months, every year, asking for a lot of what I call toys, and they were very easily getting that. And then when they looked at jail expansion, because well, they just felt they needed more room and space, I noticed that oh, they're looking at this side of it, growing it. They're not looking at that side. Maybe we need it less. And who goes in and who doesn't go in, and why do some go to jail and some don't, and how does it affect their lives afterwards? So I've been in contact with the bail project, and they're going to be speaking to a group of us next week. We've set that up, and just to get more information, and because they want to make some inroads in Benton County, they've been able to speak to some folks in Washington County, so they have support there. And I want to be able to have some alternatives to maybe we don't need to make it bigger. Maybe we just need to change some things here and give other people, that don't have bail an opportunity actually to live their lives and not have this on the record. Because once it's, on your record, then it's going to make it harder for you to find work. People are going to look at you differently. And while those that can pay the bail and don't go in, that's a different future for them. So there are good groups out there, and smart people out there, and so I want to be able to kind of gain the numbers, like how is this profit making? How's the jail profit making for the sheriff's department and for the county? And and I would basically want to cut that and just basically stop that, and let's look at something else. Maybe we need to kind of look at the frame it and look at it totally different, so that we can give people that don't have the money a chance to do something else. So yeah, so there are possibilities out there, and I'm still gathering information, and I'm still reading some books. There's a good one out there that just came out. I think it's called Waiting for an Echo, and other countries have in many years put together something better than our prison system or our jail system. So other places have better ideas.
Without a doubt, and the realities of jail and prison, and coming out of those areas, it's real. And we've seen people be affected by not being able to get jobs and not being able to get basic resources that they need. So it's good to see that you are seeing these issues and you are putting your best effort forward to tackle them. I know you touched on that, but are there some other things that you would like to see enhanced in your community? And if so, how do you plan to make those areas better as justice of the peace?
Okay. Well, something I've noticed, and just in my small community, just the people maybe at my church and my neighbors in the area, and others that I know, about even folks that I've worked with, that they, so far I haven't met anybody that knows what the justice of the peace do, and and what areas we cover, like infrastructure and also the court system and maybe the assessor's office, and without knowing that we even exist or what we do, essentially they can't ask for the kind of help they want. So I think something that's very, very important is probably to have something similar like the town hall meetings, and just gather people together. This is who we are, this is what we do, and we need to know what you need, because some of these meetings are really, really short, and maybe it's just a handful of citizens that gives information and say what they need, or some storm or something damages property. But essentially, I just want more input. I want more people to say, these streets, they need repair, they're not safe. Someone told me about the Greenway Park nearby that doesn't have enough signs and warnings, and it's dangerous for the children and anybody who tries to use the trails. So that's the kind of information that needs to be known and needs to be passed on. So I really communicating of, this is who we are, this is what we do, we work for you, and we need to hear from you. And here's my email address, and you need to use it. And here's the phone number, and you need to use it. So there's not a lot of visibility. I think a very, very, very small community really knows about the county areas, and what we do throughout the whole year. So that, I believe, is important. And so yeah, so that's essentially that's a big piece, is communication and having more input.
Without a doubt, there have been a lot of people who are like, "What are justices of the peace? And what do they do? How do they impact our community?" And I'm glad you touched on that, because it is important to know these positions, know about the positions that people in your community are running for. So I really do appreciate you touching on that, and I do think that when people become more aware of these positions and what they do, then you'll see more commentary on, okay, I know you can handle this, so this is what I've noticed, and I'm bringing it to you because I know you're going to get the job done. So I really do appreciate you commenting on that. And I know we've talked about a handful of things, but is there anything else you would like to add or speak on or talk about?
Let's see. Mm, well, another area that I think we need more of, but I'm not positive. I think we just need to find out more. Is one of the transportation areas that the county oversees is the Ozark Regional Transit, which really is the only. It's not mass transit at all, but it's the only way that some folks out in rural areas, or maybe those that can't drive or don't want to drive, they need to be able to get into shopping or to medical appointments, and that's really, well, I'm not talking about Lyft or any of the others, but this is like reasonably priced. And I think there needs to be, I think, more awareness. We exist, and we're here for you, and you need to contact us if you need our help. So I do see right now the ORT, Ozark Regional Transit, they seem to be kind of sparse. They're helping this community and they're helping that community, but I'm wondering how much of in Benton County and Washington County, you know, what kind of needs are there, and I think we need to find out what the needs are, and have the elderly people, or the folks that just don't have a car, don't want a car, they need to be able to get around, and be, it be accessible to them. So I believe that's an area, but I think there needs to be maybe more input and more research as to who's out there, do they know we exist, and what do they need, and so we want folks that need to go have medical appointments, need other services to be able to use the ORT, and maybe we need more vans, maybe we need more spots to meet. There's a lot of possibility there, and so it's a cost, but I think it's an excellent service for the whole county.
Well, Ms. Martinez, I would like to thank you for taking the time to join me today to discuss key elements from your platform and allowing us to get to know who you are. I hope everyone watching has gained insight on your plan for the third district as a candidate for Justice of the Peace, and that they're motivated to vote come November 3rd for you. Paul Pack is sending you the best of luck. And we wish you nothing but the best on your campaign. We know it's been a little rough with COVID and how it's impacted a lot of things. But we really do appreciate you taking the time to sit down and just kind of talk about everything going on and just who you are. So thank you again for joining us today.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. And we will go ahead and see you next time. Thanks so much.